This one is a slightly more difficult one. Okay, and this is as difficult as they're going to get in this level of this type of problem, where it says find the equation, the standard form of the parabola. So once again, there's my directions. Find the equation in standard form of the parabola. All right. So let's start off with the fact that it's that question. We're going to look at one of our two standard forms. It has a vertex 2, 3. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3 is my vertex. And again, once they tell me my vertex, they've already told me that h equals 2 and k equals 3. That's helpful. Okay. It says axis of symmetry parallel to the y-axis. So if I draw my axis of symmetry parallel to the y-axis, it has to go through the vertex. In fact, they told me where the vertex was, establishes very clearly the axis of symmetry is right there. So I know the axis of symmetry, if I write it over here, the equation is x equals 2. That means my directrix is going to be horizontal, right? So my directrix is horizontal, tells me it's an up or down parabola. So I immediately know it's going to be in the form of x minus h squared equals 4p times y minus k. Okay. Now in order to find p, I'm supposed to either know the focus or the directrix, and there's where the issue is. They don't tell me the focus or directrix. Right? So the other thing they tell me is this. It says it passes through the point 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The parabola goes through that point. That's just no real special point. It's just a point. If I were to draw the parabola, it's going to go like that. I know P is positive, but I don't know where the focus is. Okay? I don't have enough information at this point to figure out the value of P. Right? So here's how you do this. I've got the answer except for P, right? I know H and K. I don't know what P is. So I'm going to get the answer written down exactly what I can do at this point. X minus 2 squared equals 4p times y minus 3. The extra added piece of information, this point they give me, this 5, 6 they've given me, is a value of x and y that we know in this parabola that we've got. If I establish x is 5 and y is 6, the only variable left is p. So I create the answer to the extent I can, then I use the extra piece of information to establish the value of p. So if I change x to 5 and y to 6, and notice I could have done x minus 2 squared, x squared minus 4x plus 4, I could have done that. But I'm establishing x and y with specific values at a specific point on this graph. Okay? It's easy enough just to leave it in parentheses like that, because 5 minus 2 is 3, and 3 squared is 9, and 6 minus 3 is 3 times 4p is 12p. So therefore p is going to equal 9/12, better known as 3/4. And notice it came out as a positive 3/4, which the graph itself establishes that it should be positive, right? Because we're going up to get to that. So in order to make the parabola go through that, it's got to be going up. So p being a positive 3/4 makes sense. If it was supposed to be negative, it would have come out negative. All right, so just trust in the value you get there. So there's how you find p in that specific one. So again, here's my answer. All answers have x's and y's in them, right? I changed x and y to specific numbers to find p, but once I know what p is, I go back to that structure and then write the answer with that. So we need x minus 2 squared equals 4 times 3/4, better known as 3, times y minus 3. Okay. That's the most challenging these are going to get. They won't tell you the focus directrix, so then you have to use a little algebra to find the value of p, but that's still not too bad. All right. So again, use axis of symmetry or directrix to help you establish up, down, left, right. All right. Use vertices and foci to get p, that kind of stuff. So that's how you do it. And again, your job is to establish the correct structure. Once you establish correct structure, find h, k, and p. And again, if they don't give you a focus or directrix, you're going to have to use algebra to find p in the same manner.